Hello and welcome to today's GFG problem of the day. Hope you're doing extremely well. So let's say today's problem, nearest multiple of 10. So what the problem is we'll be given a string which represents a positive number. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to round the string to the nearest multiple of 10. Okay, if we have two multiples equally apart from string, we have to choose the smallest among them. Okay, so let's see through an example. For example, if the string is 29, right? So the nearest multiple for this string would be, for this string would be 30, right? For this string would be 30. Let's take another example here. If the string is 24, right? So the nearest multiple for this string would be 20, right? Nearest multiple of 10 would be 20. Let's take another example. So another case which they are saying is, for example, if the if the string is 15, right? So there would be two closest multiples of 10, right? In this case, it would be 20 and another would be 10. So in this case, in such cases, we want to take the smallest multiple. We want to consider the smallest multiple, which would be 10 in this case. Okay. So this is the intuition behind. Okay. So this is the intuition, or this is the ask. Sorry. This is the ask. Okay. Now, how can we solve this problem? Okay. Now there will be three three cases in my opinion. So let's see the first case. The first case would be, for example, if the string is 24, right? So in this case, the nearest multiple, as you know, it will be 20, right? So what we're going to check here is, what we're going to check here is if if it is lesser than or equal to 5, right? If it is lesser than or equal to 5, then in this case, we are simply going to, what we'll do, we'll simply going to replace this 4 with 0, right? We'll simply replace this 4 with 0. Okay. And this would be a resultant string. Or in our case, what we're going to do, we will take, we will take the substring. For example, let's take another example, 3, 4, 3, 2, right? So this is a string. So in this case, what we're going to do, now the closest multiple would be simple 3430. The closest multiple of 10 would be 3430. So what we're going to do is we'll take the substring, right? From 0, we'll take the substring basically. We'll take the substring from 0 to n minus 1, right? What would be the substring? 343. And we'll append another 0, right? Which will give us what? Which will give us this 3430, right? So this would be the first case. Also, let's code. Okay, along with this, along with the cases. Okay, before going to the code, I'll request you to subscribe to my channel, like the video. Okay, so first I'll show the Java code followed by C++. Okay, so first of all, let's take the length. First of all, let's take the length. Okay, now we're going to check here if str.char at, if it is n minus 1, if it is less than equal to 5, right? Then in that case, what we're going to do? In this case, we are going to take the substring, right? As I told, str dot substring of 0 to n minus 1, 0 to n minus 1, right? And at the end, we'll also append 0, right? So I have already explained this. So this will be the first case. Okay. Now let's go to the second case. Okay. Now let's go to the second case. For example, the second case would be something like this. For example, if the string is 9998, right? 9998. Now, in this case, what would be the closest multiple? The closest multiple would be what? 10,000, right? 10,000. The closest multiple would be 10,000. So, in this case, what we're going to do is now we will first replace this 8 with 0. Okay. So, in order to make 10,000, what we're going to do, I'm explaining the step. So, okay. So, we'll replace this 8 with 0, and we will, we, whenever we encounter 9, we will keep on replacing this 9 with 0, 0, 0. Okay. So all these nines will be replaced with 0. Now, this string is exhausted, right? The string is exhausted. Now, for example, we were having I, right? I was here, right? Then I was here, I was here, I was here, right? And now the string is exhausted. So at the end, what we are going to do is we are going to prepend one. Okay, we are going to prepend one and we are going to return. So let's also code. Okay. So here, what are we going to do? So here we'll take a string builder first, since we are going to modify the string, right? So whenever you want to modify the string, so we need to take string builder in case of Java. Okay. In case of C++, we need not do this. Okay. So let's, yeah. So we have string builder now. We'll also take I equal to n minus 2 will take. Okay, I equal to n minus 2 will take. Also, we're going to do one step. We are going to set the last character of the string as 0. set char at. Okay, set char at n minus 1 with 0. So that's what we explained over here, right? We explained here. So we are replacing 8 with 0 here, right? That's what we are doing here. Now what are we going to do? While I is greater than equal to 0 and SB dot char at I, if it is equal to 9. If it is if it is equal to 9, then in that case, what we're going to do is SB dot set char at I, okay, and we're going to replace 0, as I have already told you, right? And we'll do minus minus I, okay, minus minus I. So that's what I told you. So we are going to replace 9 with zeros, right? And for example, now if the string gets exhausted, right? If the string gets exhausted, for example, if I is less than 0, then in that case, what we're going to do? We are going to prepend, prepend 1, right? That means 0, if we write this, right? 1. So this is going to prepend 1, okay? So finally, we'll get our output here. We'll get this output, right? We'll get this output. So what we're going to do? Return SB dot toString, right? We're going to return string and not string builder. So we're going to do that. So another case would be, for example, let's say, uh, let's say the third case. Let's say the third case. Yeah. Let's say the third case uh, would be something like this. If the string is, if the string is 29, right? Then the nearest multiple would be 30, right? The nearest multiple would be 30. So in this case, what we're going to do, we are going to replace the last character, right, with 9 with 0, right? And simply we are going to increment this 2 with 1, okay? 2 with 1, which will make us 30. Whatever is the number. For example, if it were to be 49, right? Now you know the nearest multiple is 50, right? So what we're going to do, we are simply going to replace 9 with 0, and we're going to increment this 4 with 1, 4 plus 1, which will make us give us 50, right? So that's what we are going to do here. So we will, this case number 3 will be extension to this, whatever we have implemented here, right? Okay. So we have already replaced the last character with 0, right? Whatever is the last character we replaced with 0. Now, if this is not the case, if we didn't find 9, right? So it may be the case that definitely I is not exhausted. I is not exhausted here. So what we're going to do, SB dot set char at. We want to simply set char at I, right? I and string dot char at whatever is the string, right? Plus 1 we want to do. Plus 1 we want to do. That's what we're doing, right? So char, finally we'll typecast it into char. So that's what we are doing, right? So here it was 29, right? So this particular character, we are incrementing to 3. We are adding plus 1 to that, and we are making it a 3, right? So that's what we are doing here. Last character we have already replaced here. Last character we have already replaced here, right? So this will be the solution. Let me compile this. Let's quickly see if it compiles. Oh, there is some error. What is it? Okay. So let me put the brackets around this. Yeah. Uh, right. Let me submit it. Yes, the test cases are being passed. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Like the video if you have got the solution. Let's quickly see the C++ code as well. I'll also attach the code in the comment section, both Java and C++. Okay. So here we have N. Here we are checking, right? This way we are checking. Uh, okay. So we are checking if it is less than, if the last character, if it is less than equal to 5. If it is, then simply replace the last character in C++ and return the string as is. Okay. The second would be, the second case would be, here we'll be replacing the last character with 0. I have already explained this, and we'll start with the second last character. So if there is 9 from the second last character. So until, if we keep on finding 9, we are going to replace with 0, right? We'll replace with 0, we'll decrement I, and we'll check for the next character, right? Okay. But while replacing 9 with 0, if the string got exhausted, right? Because the string was except the last character, or right, all the characters were 9. So in this case, the string will be exhausted and simply will prepend 1, right? As I've already explained this. Else, if certain character was not 9, then we are incrementing that character and we are returning the string. So this is intuition behind solve the problem. I hope you've got the solution. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video. Have a happy, healthy, and a great day. Thank you so much.